Welcome to Frogfoot Holler, y'all. Alright, I'm Michael, my nephew Colton's behind the camera. And what are we doing today? We're planting onions today. Alright, so I got me some onion sets here, and we're going to be planting them in the ground. And the way I do it is I'll take my two fingers like this, and I'll press me a hole like that, and just work my way down for a few. I ain't going to do them real deep because onion sets ain't got to be that deep. And I'll make my holes, and that's how I keep them even. Now, these onions, they have a root side, and then they have a top side. The way I normally do it is root side goes down so it can grow in the ground, top side grows up. I always remember cone side goes up. So we're going to be placing those in the ground. And if they go a little too deep, you just want to cover them where just a little bit of the top is showing, not a whole lot. That wind is blowing pretty good today, y'all. So we're gonna cover them up like that. And see, I'm just planting them to where the tops are just barely showing right there. And I'll go further on and plant me some more. Just like that. Now every now and then you'll get one that kind of feels empty in there, but it should still grow. If it don't, well, that's part of gardening. There you go. So me and my nephew are gonna get to planting all these. We got 4 pounds, 2 pounds of white and 2 pounds of red. And all I'm really wanting out of these, I'm not wanting big bulbs, I'm just wanting the greens. I love onion greens. So we're gonna get hopping on planting all these. Alrighty, so we have our onions planted, and we planted 2 beds, which you can see because we went ahead and watered the onions in real good, and each bed holds 4 rows. Now I planted red and white onion sets, and I tell you what, y'all, that was a lot of onions. So I did a little research on them, and come to find out, a typical pound of onion sets holds 200 onions. And we planted roughly 3 3/4 of a pound in the beds. Well, do the math, that's 750 onions. It felt like 750 onions, good gosh. But we actually are done. We got plenty enough onions, I hope, Lord, please let be enough onions. But as they grow up, we're going to actually thin out by, well, when we want the greens, we'll thin out in between the onions. So if you have 3, we'll take one away in the middle and give the other ones room to grow. So we should have plenty for onion greens and onion bulbs, which bulbs won't be ready to harvest until about August. So they're gonna sit in here a little while. All right, so I wanted to make sure y'all saw this again. This is an onion set. Now this is a year old. If you plant seed, the first year, this is what you get. The second year is when you actually get the onion bulb and it'll flower. So these have a top and a bottom. This is the top, and you see where the little roots are? That's the bottom. So the bottom has to go in the ground like that, and top, you want to make sure it sticks out, oh, about right there, just a little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit. And if you do happen to cover it up a little bit, it ain't gonna hurt that badly. But you always want to try to at least leave a little bit out so it can get some fresh sunshine, because you know everything grows better in sunshine, except for potatoes. Potatoes, you want to cover them back up at least 2 or 3 times. They like to be nice and dark for a while. All right, so we're going to be working on our strawberry bed that don't really look like a strawberry bed anymore. Somebody's been neglecting it. I'm looking at you, my nephew. Okay, I'm blind, it was me. But we're gonna be redefining the bed, and we're gonna, well, make it look like a strawberry bed again. We're over here at my strawberry bed, and as you can see, we have the tiller and house out, and that's how we're gonna be redefining the bed. Now, it don't look like a bed anymore. It did when it first got put in, but it don't look like it no more. But it is actually starting to flower right here. So that's telling me I need to do something about it. So I want to make sure I go ahead and get this done before it starts getting really out of hand, y'all. So we're going to take the tiller, go down one side, take house, go down the other side. Now house will be going down this side because there's not a lot of room in between here and this bed. So that's the reason why we got house out. But we'll take the tiller and we'll break up the ground and everything and make it look real nice and pretty. All right, let's get jumping on it. Well, we finished the strawberry beds, and as you can see, we went down, I did the tiller on this side, my nephew went down and broke up the soil on this side, and then he went all the way around and kind of made it look like it was raised up off the ground. See? Step down. Now, I threw some dirt over here, and for those that ain't ever grown strawberry plants before, you just about can't kill a strawberry plant. They're pretty much a weed. You sit there and you plant a strawberry plant, if you ain't giving it enough room, it's going to invade everything if you ain't careful. So that's the reason why I don't mind cutting the vines off as we're going through. And you notice I gave a nice wide portion for these things to grow. And they'll probably take up this entire area plus some this year. These plants are only a year old. Well, 2 years this year. And we got some strawberries off of them last year, but this year we're going to get a lot more off of them. I hope, if all is well. But you, like I said, you just about can't kill these things. So all the dirt that I threw in over here and all the vines that I cut off, they're going to grow back. They're going to grow back with a vengeance. And once it starts warming up real good, they really going to grow back. But for right now, this will have to do. Now, when I put these things in last year, I had gone to the store and I didn't even have plans for strawberries. I just saw strawberry plants. I said, I got to have me some strawberries, y'all. And I bought me a 6-pack. They were this big, that's it. And I planted 6 of them. That looks like more than 6, don't it? That's just what it grew last year. All right, so when I got home, I did not have a plan for the strawberry plants, and I had to get them in the ground, or I wanted to get them in the ground. I needed to get them in the ground. You know what? I just wanted to get them in the ground. So I come out here with a tiller and tilled me up a strip of ground. Did not prepare the ground. Did not try to kill the weeds that were in the ground. Did not do anything that I should have done. I just tilled up the ground and popped in some holes and put the plants in and let them be. That was stupid. I mean, just downright stupid. We have been fighting weeds and weeds and weeds and weeds. I shouldn't have done it that way. I knew better, but sometimes your want to planting stuff and what you should do kind of don't always mix. So this is not going to be a permanent bed for these. What I'm actually going to be doing is eventually I will be building a different bed for them, doing it the way it should be done so I can get all the weeds out of it, and then transferring some of the cuttings over to the new bed. And these will end up going bye-bye, no more. And then I'll actually kill all the weeds in this bed by using a tarp or silage tarp, something. Shoot, I might just use some black trash bags, I don't know. But I'll kill off this bed and then I'll transfer some more strawberries over here. And one thing about them, you've got to give them plenty of room. Like I said, this is just 1 year's worth of growth. So they're gonna spread out a lot. Once that sun starts warming the ground real good, they're gonna come out really good. All right, so as y'all can see, the sun is going down and it's getting time for me to get wrapped up here. So I do appreciate y'all stopping by today and seeing what I'm up to, and I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit that like button. Please hit the like button. And if you ain't subscribed, please subscribe. All my new subscribers, I sure do appreciate you subscribing. Subscribe. You know what? Y'all know what I mean. All right, so I do appreciate y'all subscribing. Hey, I said it right, y'all. All right, but do me a favor. If you know anybody that might like my videos, please share it. I sure would appreciate it. This has been Michael with Frogfoot Holler. Y'all have a froggy day.